Alrighty, everybody. I want to thank you guys for showing up to this. I don't know how many webinars we've done so far. I think we're into I want to say, well into our 20 plus. Now that you got me thinking, let's see how many videos we are into. Let me see if I can pull that up. We got a playlist and mastering. We are 21 videos, webinars that we've done. So this 22nd video, we are talking about marketing, communications, and obviously how our CRM can help you with that. So I definitely thank you guys for tuning in. Right now, I don't have anybody with me, but I definitely thank the people who are catching this at home and at their, on their own time. Definitely thank you. Make sure you're subscribed and have the notification settings set so that you can be informed whenever we post a new video. So with the topic of discussion, I've went out and emailed everybody a little bit of what we were going to discuss today. But email campaigns, right? So let me start with sharing my screen. And how would I start? Where would one start with like an email campaign? Most likely, if it's not something that you're writing yourself personally or utilizing AI to write your material, whatever it may be, number one is having that content, right? So if you're not using AI, well, then that's fine. If you are using AI, you're probably experiencing a lot quicker turnaround times to produce this material. And so with that said, I would be utilizing AI 100% to help you with your investigation, your research, writing your material. You can always proofread it, give it your own touch. If you don't like something and you say to yourself, you're reading it and this is not how I would say it, I would say it like this. Just rethink it and, reword it. Maybe it's telling to word it a different way because maybe one doesn't know how to talk. But at the end of the day, you do want to put your own flavor to it. But once you've done that, now you've got, an X campaign for many different things, right? So we can have campaigns like for newsletters. You can do market updates. What about even personalized property recommendations to keep your clients informed, right? That's also something. But if you've got access to an MLS, the best thing to do would to get somebody into like a home search. Also use that as a time to sit down with them, you know, have a talk, feel them out, see what their situation is, see if you really see these people having all their ducks in order, right? To make this opportunity happen. That way it's, nobody's wasting anybody's time. But those are just suggestions that I would make. But we help you with a little bit of that, right? So something I just want to show you, right? Because you got to build content. We do help you in that case, right? And let me just, and I've in other videos I've pointed this out, but I'll point it out again. When you have an account with us, look for my profile. Sorry, my AI profile. And here in my AI profile, you can give yourself like the areas that you work. So right, so locations. If you're just Bellevue, Washington, that's perfect. If you're more areas, you can put zip codes, you can put counties, you can put whatever you'd like within there. That's a descript like that's a location. Then services that you provide. This is a good place to briefly summarize what it is that you like to focus on or focus on and provide, and then a bio. So this bio can be bullet points, right? Just to kind of condense it all into one, but the AI will use this information to help with the AI emails, replies that it can help you with. So you want to build this out to your best of knowledge. This is real simple, but you can definitely elaborate a little bit more on it and make it a little bit more colorful. You would save the profile. And when you save and now go to send somebody an email, you've got a couple of options. So yes, you can send people in bulk by clicking a handful of people, right? Like this, and using the bulk feature. you can always open up the customer or the contact as well and send an email from that method, or you can simply click his email. By clicking his email, it'll take you to the email, and this is where you can build your email if you wish. So one thing I want to show you and draw your attention here is to this beta, right? And so what this is are a couple of options that you have. Send like an introductory email. So if you just met somebody, if you just got a couple of leads, right, and you want to introduce yourself, this could definitely be something that our system helps you with. It'll pull your information from your AI profile, and so it will help create a custom introductory email for you. And that way, you're not sitting here spending 10, 15 minutes to send out a quick little email, and you can always select it and edit it and then send it out, right? If you like it, remember you can always go to here to your templates and save as a template. So let's say you took the chance, you're just brainstorming, you're writing a hell of an email and you really like it, right? Well, if you can use this on other people, you might as well save it as a template. That way you can use it on other people. So definitely you'll have that button. Or if you need to go into your templates to manage templates, you can do that from here as well. So these are the options, right? So introductory email, we've got generate like a follow-up email, reach out to a cold lead, generate a referral email. This would create a newsletter for you. And this would do some market analysis based on the contact details, email, address, the date, zip code, all of that kind of stuff. It would then build a market analysis and write you a nice little email. And of course, you could read it and add to it, subtract as you wish, and you can save these emails that you create for further use. But this is something when creating emails, right? Email campaigns, you're going to be responsible for. So you've got a couple of options within hours, but definitely you can use AI to help, broaden your horizon. If not, if you don't need help with AI, just write out all your material. And then what I'm going to suggest is bringing it to your templates. Because when you bring it to your templates, here is where you can create all the necessary folders to keep things organized. I think it's extremely important to keep things organized because you're going to be utilizing your CRM, hopefully, consistently. And with that, you'll have emails for this, emails for that. If you have it all in one big folder, it will take you a long time to scroll through all of these options to find what you're looking for. You might as well have keywords and catchphrases that take you straight to the topic at hand. You can open up, you can find your newsletter, right? Keep things organized, date things if you're using it for a specific date. That's always helped. I've remembered, hey, I've sent an email on a specific date. I've gone here, I found the date, found the email, and have been able to save it as a template, change the date, and keep it moving, make the changes to the email that I make or that I need. And now I've got a totally brand new email for a whole new date and everything is organized. I can go circle my group and I can send it to them. And I've done all of this relatively quickly. Since it's organized, I can find it quickly and make zero mistakes. So those are my suggestions to you guys. But we've got many different reasons why we would want to create email campaigns, and we can do them in many different ways, right? We can use them strictly like this, where it's a folder where all of the communications are in there, and you are the manual trigger that are doing them, right? By going to your contacts and selecting from your library. That's one way. Or you take a couple of moments and you create an action plan. Now, let's just say I'm going to create this action plan. Remember, this is just a happy Thanksgiving and this is one activity, but you can import your activities, right? Your emails and your text messages from your templates and from your folders. It's a matter of just checking this box, finding the folder in question, expanding it, finding it, and utilizing it, right? And now we've got your content in here and you are good to go. Not really have to spend much time, obviously proofread it, make sure it's good, but Other than that, you can just ship it out. And you can also, right, build your action plan. So if you've got, let's say, an introductory email, and then you've got some follow up, and you want to set up an appointment in there, all of these things you can do, set up an action plan. However, I'll say it again, um, folders, right? Please create folders. All you got to do is click the new folder button. Your folder will then show here after you've saved it or put it in the name and then saved it. And then you can move these action plans over into the folders that you created. If what you have is your default folder full of all of these emails, and now what you need to do is get them into their necessary bucket, you can always just go to here, edit the basics, and there it'll allow you to move the action plan from folder to folder. So no longer do I have it here. By default, I have it in my holidays. And if we go to my default, I no longer have my Thanksgiving. So organization is always key when building these things because, it can get confusing, right? But I can show you some ways that you can save yourself from confusing, right? So anything that you can use to filter, you can use to save a view. And that view can be used to circle a group of people, right? So let's say we've got a couple of categories, right? So let's say on my buyer and seller, I'm looking for just renters, right? Now, I don't know if I have just renters. However, we can look for just renters. Let's go to buyer and seller. And let's say I've built content in AI, multiple content in AI for people that, just emails that speak to people who rent, right? Um, so right now I don't have anybody with that label, but if I did, right, by filtering the renters, I could circle them all. And then all I have to do is highlight them and use the bulk email feature to send everybody that email that I wanted, right? So this is one way, right? By using just your filters. You can also use spheres and groups, right? So if you had a special newsletter group and you had that tag associated to contact, it would also search. So it doesn't look like I have anybody with that tag. Let me see if we have anybody newsletter off. So I've got 2 clients. So if what I have is a newsletter that is just reaching, is just talking to my clients and to any current business that I have or any potential, right here, I can highlight the 2 people. And now I can go to here. And if it's an email or text message, I can pick, and then I can compose the message. Oh, don't have an email set up to this one. However, it would take me straight to as it did before, where it would take you to the email, and then I could find the template and I could send it out. Can change the date. So if I needed to do this to send out the next week, I could always select the date and the time if need be. And now everything has changed. And then I can send my pre-canned message to this small little group, and it will monitor this and send it on the appropriate day. So not sure if there's anybody with any challenges when it comes to this topic at hand, but if you did have any challenges, I would reach out to me. Would love to see maybe what you're doing. If you find yourself having to go through a lot of steps, maybe you could also bring that to me. Maybe I can help you cut that time down. And if we can cut the time down, then, it may not be what you're looking for, but at least it's less steps to get what you want to get done. And if it is something that we can change and modify with our program, we're always up for suggestions. So if you want to take part in possibly making a suggestion that we could possibly use, feel free to do so. But I think I've kind of covered, in a sense, like how you would group people, right, using your filters. But the best thing is to identify what are the characteristics that you're adding to these contacts, then filter them to make sure that you're able to filter. And I would also even make a note of what these what these characteristics are, what tags, what categories need to be set so that somebody shows up. And I would put it to memory, because if you don't, and you're using 2 different spheres, right, to have a specific group, and one is only chose, then you're going to find people are not in that group. Some people are going to get excluded from the communication, and who knows, maybe that really could speak to them and it really could possibly, you know, dig a needle out of a haystack per se. So I would definitely think about it. If you need help with thinking about it and making the best approach, definitely loop me in. I would love to help anybody with their system. But real simple, right? You can either have your filters or you can have a specific sphere to group. I highly suggest that if you're doing this frequently, then save the view. Don't waste your time having to go through this all the time. And that'll save you just keep all the second guessing. You can just click your group, know that it goes to everybody, know that if you add anybody with the same characteristics, it's going to add them to the group so they'll get the new communications. So if you see somebody that doesn't, I would just backtrack it and see what kind of things that they have associated to their contact. And then that way, maybe it's just missing something. And then that way you can actually kind of get to it. So with like marketing communications, right? So we're talking email campaign, but what kind of really could go hand in hand with email campaigns is social media. So I would truly build out a really good signature. If you haven't, you know, if you don't have a really good signature, get in touch with me. I've got a couple tricks up my sleeve to help you with building a good, engaging signature. But I would include everything that like every social media, every means of communicating with you, I would have it there. Because everything that you send out to people, that's an opportunity for somebody to follow up with you, to maybe go to your social media. We've talked about a 33 touch program. So if nobody knows what a touch program is, it is a given number of touches set up in a program, kind of like a drip campaign or action plan that you put somebody on. And the goal for that is just to keep them in the loop, right? By them being informed, by them knowing what's going on with you, if they had an opportunity for you, I would feel that they would want to put you in touch with that person. So as long as you're delivering excellence, people are going to want to, get back in touch with you. And if they know that the best way that they can repay your hard work is sending somebody, a friend, a family over to them as a referral, then you'll find that that's a lot easier for them to do than really kind of come out of pocket, for anything. Not that anybody would assume or wish that anybody would come out of pocket and give you a gift, but it's not like a tip. Tip is the same thing. Come out of money and, give me money for a good job. No, just refer somebody to me. That's the best way to send somebody your way, right? And to appreciate your hard work is, let me get a referral. So you want to have your signature ready to receive and ready for somebody just to see one of your emails and say, you know what, this speaks to my mom, this speaks to my sister. Let me shoot her your contact information with this email, and I'm pretty sure she's going to know that you're the right agent for her. If we can do that and we can ferment that in some way, shape, or form, then that's what the CRM is for, right? And using email campaigns consistently, having some type of touch program and emailing to all of your different diverse groups, which could be all these different diverse views, right? All it is a matter of just clicking on your view, highlighting everybody, seeing that it's 2 contacts here, 2 selected, send everybody the text message that you just recently built. This will tell you if anybody's on the do not call list or anything like that. But you can see how this is just click, 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 boom. Once you've set up everything, it's a matter of just going through your templates, finding, and now sending it out. You're not even thinking, you're on to something else. You're writing business, you're calling people, you're doing many different things, but this is not something that you're spending 20 minutes to think about. You know what you need to do, you know where it is, it gets done, and you're off to the races, right? This is what saves people time. This is what gives people sanity, and this is what having a CRM, can give you. So let's wrap it up and finish our webinar with social media integration. So this is something that I have talked about, right? You can integrate social media. Now, talking about real estate, and there's nobody here to answer me, but would love for people to put it in the comments below if you'd like. What do you think is what do you think is the best usage of your social media? I don't want to, give too much silence to it or let you think too much about it, but think about it. Pause the video and just ponder it a little bit. But the way that I see it is the following. You guys are busy. You guys need one place that you can put people or that you can drive people to, or you can promote or get on your soapbox per se, right? Is your social media. So why not utilize one of the biggest like Facebook, Instagram, and that's your place, right? That's where you are funneling all of your efforts to. There's many different tools that help you with posting materials to all your social medias, but that's what you really want to be thinking about, because the more you can get family and friends and your past clients into your social medias, that's where they will hear your story, continually to hear your story, right? Because you're producing constant content. And it's that's going to keep them fresh of mind. You did an excellent job. So that lays down the foundation. People don't have the luck that you had with finding the best real estate agent. So now you're going to do them a favor and refer your agent to all of your potentials. He's going to be able to capture them and deliver excellence as well and repeat the process. Everybody's going to live and be a part of your social media. So when you're doing your stuff, it stays there. That's where it has the approach, well, it has the opportunity to, where they can just share something that they like to their group of social media. That is even bigger than what you're asking for. You're just asking for them to find somebody. But now you posted something so great, so useful for other people. She decided to share it on her page. Now you've got that additional, now you've got, hopefully you've got it, your phone number there, your signature there, you've got means to get, in touch with you. And that right there would be the best, right? So with our system in connection, sorry, under integrations, my connections, we've got a direct place for Facebook, we've got Zillow, realtor.com. So if you're, I think, part of the premium, you can utilize these. But for Facebook, you can come and connect a Facebook account. You can add a page, right? So if you've got a specific page for your real estate, you can add it. You can also create ads within hours so that you can use in Facebook. In Facebook, you can use keywords that when people type specific keywords, it can also automate specific responses, and you can load information to deliver it once they've done that. Now you can start telling people to text specific keywords, or you can start generating content that will generate that kind of activity, and then they can get followed up on. All of this activity goes right into your CRM. You can see here how if you're part of that feature where we've got AI, you can have AI manage these incoming leads from Facebook and things like that. Or you can deal with it yourself, right? So whatever is your cup of tea, you'll be able to deal with that, and you'll be able to find new contacts, right, through social media and through the things that you're producing. So this is huge, right? Definitely a game changer when you're integrating things. And the real kind of, I would say, high-end users and the people that are really doing well with this are people that are integrating stuff, right? Because the more integration you can do, saving yourself the duty to do something, then you can start to focus on like creating the content. And if you had more time to creating content, then I'm pretty sure your content over time is going to get better and better. If it gets better and better, it'll appeal to more people, right? So I wouldn't stress it. I would just begin to start creating content. Now, you got a CRM like ours that's going to help expand all that content, right? You can either email it in text message, we can text message it, we can email it, many different ways to get your story out there, right? And I mean, if you can build this trust with people through the content that you're building, it's that key that then people will not hesitate to reach out to you, right? Um, there's a bunch of influences that I've seen that have been able to catch my attention through just their content. And I would have to say, if I were to do business, I would be doing business with that person, right? Based on his social media, because nowadays, if you're not genuine and if you're not telling the truth and you're putting your stuff out there in the internet, it'll take a couple of minutes for the internet to equalize itself, right? So they may catch a couple of people, on their scam when it first starts out, but they're not going to be able to, to do continuous business, because the internet is unforgiving, right? So you do have to be careful what you do out there. So there is that little that thing that is in our favor when we meet other people. We sometimes don't have that advantage to be able to kind of pull up their history and to know what's going on. But the internet, if the internet, yeah, totally unforgiving. So when people see genuine people doing good things, that gets noted, and it goes the other way around, right? So nothing negative happens. In fact, positivity comes your way. And if it's people going out of state just to work with you, if it's people to go miles and drive hours just to get to you, to meet you, you're doing something good. So with that said, that's what I wanted to kind of talk about for this what it's Wednesday, the 22nd August. Um, so if you've got any comments about what I've discussed, or if you've got anything personal that you'd like to discuss for your company and you don't want to put your business out there, please get in touch with me. Here you can see this is my email, my phone number. This is my, where is it? I'm having a hard time to put it out there, but you should see my website, fieldnotes.ai, just here below. Sorry, here. And yeah, so I definitely thank everybody for coming to this video and tuning in. If you've got any questions, send me a question or post a comment. I will do my best to reply back as quickly as I can. So I definitely thank everybody for showing up, for tuning in, and you guys have a great day. It was a pleasure. All righty. Bye-bye now.